In the wake of the Jared Lee Loebner shooting of Senator Gabriel Gifford and others, again, gun control has come to the fore. But I had been blogging that, and I know the president and many leaders are saying that bullying is not okay, and in de facto supporting wimpism and cowardice. Now, this is the point I'm making. I'm making that folks are so coward today that it is showing up in which kids are rebelling against being bullied. Now, this thing is even going so far as that you could be bullied on the internet, which is such hogwash. Now, I could understand if somebody's in your face in the class or in the school bus or in the community. It's different. It's a physical person could smack you across the arse or whatever. But when you're at home and this person is way over somewhere far away on the internet and threatening you, I mean, come on. Um, just change your channel. Just get off the internet. Oh, I have a right to be there. Well, um, what if the person were in front of you and had a big gun telling you, get your butt out of here. You have a right to be there. You can get out there. I've had people try to bully me online when I started blogging first, because I'm well educated more than most of these folks. They discovered that my work was difficult for them to comprehend. And instead of trying to deal with that and trying to understand that I wasn't writing for them, they were trying to bring me down to their level. They called me all kinds of names. They were trying to, and eventually CNN kicked me off of iReport. I don't know why they did, but they just kicked me off. And the folks won, the bullies won. Well, I wasn't bullied per se, but those who thought they were bullies won. So um, one of the guys who came out of the Safeway store and had his gun, he could have, pulled out and so on. He says that he doesn't go anywhere without his gun. He feels um, brave and he feels protected when he has a gun. Now, I don't have a gun, and I don't know if I'd need a gun because I'm brave. I've come through a lot. I've fought a lot, and I've lost many, and I've won most. And so I'm not scared, so I don't need a gun. If I get into a difficult situation, I know how to handle it. Now, I don't know if something is in the water we drink or the air we breathe, but so many people are crazy today that it's amazing. Of course, the parents have caused their genetics to degenerate by the various activities they into, the foods they eat in, the drinks they do, and the drugs they take in, and so on. One or both are into it. And so these children are inheriting a compromised genetic structure. Then they're introduced to these shows on television that, in my mind, are demoralizing them, making them into cowards. Sesame Street, um, Scooby Doo, and some other animal shows, so that they're elevating animals to their family and all this kind of stuff. And kids are now trying to understand the dog's thoughts, trying to talk to the dog and all this kind of stuff, as opposed to relating to human beings. So we have a human relations problem. And it is showing up now in which people are easily scared. And some people who should have, chill out and try to learn how to make peace, they're now bullies because they're wearing a gun. I mean, I'm not going to say cops are like that, but many cops were people who were beaten up in school. They were cowards, and so they joined this profession, so they have a gun. And the funny thing is that as soon as somebody make a move that they feel threatening, they're going to shoot you because they're cowards. So to have gun control in a climate in which cowardice is prized, and you could get on television to explain how you're victimized and how you're a coward, then I don't see it letting up. Um, what I think we should have done is this: show kids from young that you need to be brave, okay? And if somebody's threatening you, understand the threat. Is it something that then kill you immediately, or just talk how you're ugly, or you're poor, or you don't dress well? Hey, just deal with it. Just say, okay, you're right, bro, and just move on. Um, you don't choose to be with different people, of course, but when they come, you can't run them out to the place. They have a right to be there, but just ignore them or just try to change the conversation. Or as a matter of fact, take the upper hand and be offensive. When you see them coming and say, hey, bro, what's going on, man? How was your weekend? and avoid them going on to how you close this or you're ugly or you're hungry or whatever. And I know that in my country, there weren't a lot of police resources. So that if somebody called and say, hey, in fact, there weren't even enough phones around. You have to run a far way to get a pay phone and maybe right by the station anyway, so you better go and call them. And they can't come now because they don't have the resources. So they'll come a couple of days after, as either the person's dead or got beaten up bad in a hospital or survived or whatever. I mean, they're just coming to investigate. So that you have to learn. And because they're not going to show up when you get in a fight, you got to expect to fight for like 6 hours, a whole day, for the whole week or whatever. I recall sometimes the fights start at school and the fighting way up until when the combatants reach home. So that, it makes you have to be strong. So I recall this guy, I beat him up once. And he brought his father and brother. And he said that because my friends were around, he was scared. So his father said, go ahead now, we here, we can watch you. And the fella can't handle himself. I just hit him at the will. So I said, man, just take his son home, man. He ain't here with nothing. Okay? But guys beat me up and I still got to walk wherever they live. I got to pass through there to go to school, to go to the grocery store. So I have to be brave. Hey, just learn how to deal with the bully. And because, yeah, so I was saying, when there's a fight happening in the streets here in America, within 3 minutes the cops are there. So somebody's going to get, saved, and somebody's going to be, prevented from carrying on. Okay. What I think should happen is that when the cops get a call, if there are two young people that are fighting and there's no weapon involved and there's no ganging up on anybody, hey, that's life. When a weapon is involved, it's different. What I think is dangerous is when a coward is trying to attack somebody. Innocently, the person just going on the road and this coward say, I beat you and take your bike. And then when the fight gets going, his friends join in and beat the person down. They should all be charged with attempted murder, perhaps. And you don't fight if you can't fight for yourself. And if a fight starts and somebody says, I'm done, it's supposed to stop. You don't carry on. What I've learned is that you don't beat a person down. If a guy and I fighting and I'm coming at him and I discover that he really doesn't have the skills and he can't handle me and he can't handle himself, I'm not going to beat him down and beat him till he got to go to the hospital. I'm going to say, hey, bro, listen, man, let's stop, bro. Okay? You won, man. Okay? See you tomorrow. Okay? Good luck. But you beat this guy down, guess what? You have to get a bus ticket or a plane ticket and get out of town because he's going to go and get his family and his friends and come with all kind of weapons, stick, bottle, gun. So you have to beat people judiciously. Okay? If you're winning, don't beat them down to kill them because you never know. So that guns now, if people are encouraged to be cowards and cowardice is rewarded, then these people, to feel good, they have to purchase a gun. And I'm not sure if it's the gun lobby that is behind the anti-bullying law and all this kind of stuff. Because, I mean, bullying is a way of life. You have international bullies, you have domestic bullies, you have the drug dealer, the coroner, you have all these kind of people. Even the financial bullies that take your money and they spend it how they want and then come and tell you, hey man, that money you lost, bro. So all I'm saying is that if you want to have real gun reform, people have to feel safe. The world is not going to change per se, but people have to be brave and understand that if a person beats you up, you're not going to die. I mean, we're not going to encourage mayhem, beat people and disfigure them and so on. But if two men want to fight and there's no weapon, and when one has gained the ascendancy, the other one should say, man, listen, bro, I know I can't win this. Okay, I'm done. And you're done, and you shake hands, you go and drink, you go and ride, you be friends. That's how it used to happen with me. We fight this moment, and next moment, when our parents get and they started going, we're playing marbles, or we playing some ball game over there. So, hey, I mean, talking gun control without resolving the underlying problem where people are cowards, you're going to be on a losing battle.